Welcome to Sports Beat. We have an exciting weekend ahead as St. Lucia takes centre stage in the world of bodybuilding. This Friday and Saturday, September 26th and 27th, the 52nd Central American and Caribbean Bodybuilding Championship will be held at the Pavilion in Rodney Bay, and it's set to showcase some of the region's best athletes. Organised by the St. Lucia Amateur Bodybuilding and Body Fitness Association, the event is expected to bring together around 250 athletes from over 25 countries. These competitors will be vying for the ultimate prize, their coveted PRO cards, which could propel their careers to new heights. We spoke with Edmund Sidoni, former president of the St. Lucia Amateur Bodybuilding Federation and current member of the organising committee, to get his thoughts on what to expect from this weekend's competition and the recently held 2025 National Bodybuilding Championships.
The tournament in itself was very good. In fact, in terms of participation of our athletes, the crowd responded very nicely, although we started our advertising and promotion a bit late. But we have a bodybuilding following in St. Lucia, and they're always loyal to the association, so we had almost filled National Cultural Center. In terms of the athlete participation, the numbers in the years have been depleting for a number of reasons. But we had a deliberate effort to mobilize more athletes, knowing full well we were hosting the championships, the Caribbean Championships, and we were using that medium to be able to select our national team. So the numbers actually doubled from last year. We had more than 20 athletes, close to 20 athletes on the stage this year, and they had been informed and prepared about the event. So in terms of preparedness and the response from both athletes and the fans, it was a reasonably successful championships. In terms of the athletes, as I indicated earlier, we actually doubled the numbers we had in the previous years because the numbers had been depleting, but we had made a deliberate effort to ensure that we mobilize athletes from the different gyms, and it's particularly in the fitness category and the bodybuilding areas. We saw significant uptake in those areas. The numbers were a bit low with the ladies, but there was a level of injury along the way in pre-training, even for the national athletes too. So I think that we could have done a bit better with the ladies, but we're confident that we're able to, from the competition we had, select a reasonably good national team to represent the country.
According to Sidoni, the National Bodybuilding Championships serve as an essential platform to identify and develop talent for regional and international competitions.
Well, particularly the national championships, essentially it is meant to select your national team for participation in regional, sub-regional events. So that is the function of that particular championship. And it happens like 2 months before the actual event in itself. So athletes would have been preparing months before and trying to ensure that they're in the top physical conditions at the national championship to transition into regional and sub-regional and international regional events.
Sidoni also shared his excitement about Team St. Lucia's preparations as they gear up for the competition. He believes the team is more than ready for the challenge.
Even before the national championships, we had been mobilizing the athletes and providing them with supplementation, providing them with training, coaching and mentoring along the way so that they would have been prepared for the championship. We went to the CAC championships last year, and so we evaluated the level of competition, the competitive environment, and know who we're going up against, the top performers and everything else. So our marquee athletes are very much in tune and know that who they're coming up against, and I believe we'll give a good account of ourselves.
Asked to explain the importance of this regional championship to the development and recognition of Caribbean athletes, Sidoni said,
very significant because these Central American Caribbean champions, and remember, this spans from as far as Mexico to the English-speaking Eastern Caribbean countries. You're talking about 40-something countries and all in this sphere, and they use that platform to be able to promote bodybuilders to the professional ranks. So you get your pro card if you win your individual championship. So, for example, if St. Lucia wins the middleweight division, the lightweight division, the female division overall, they qualify, they get the pro card, and now could perform at the international level. They could do guest posings in different countries, different islands. They get endorsements from sponsors. So that is the grand stage where the athletes gravitate from amateur into professional bodybuilding in itself.
St. Lucian bodybuilders have consistently made their mark on the international stage. And Sidoni is hopeful that this tradition will continue with strong performances at this weekend's championship.
Well, St. Lucia has been a powerhouse in bodybuilding, not just at this level, but internationally. If we have to go from the past, we're talking Rick Wayne at the highest level, the Olympia level, the universe level, having won the universe and would have qualified or should have won essentially the highest level of competition in the world. Let alone he got injured prior to the incident, so, and he didn't participate, but he was poised to have won that. You have the likes of Will Sylvester, who represented the UK, won the Universe Championship, participated in the Olympia, which is the top level of competition in the world. So in the 70s, 60s, 80s, St. Lucia performed admirably there. You had people like Joe Spooner winning Mr. Universe, Wabba Mr. Universe. You had Earl Sandiford placing third in the World Championships. In more recent times, Julian Felix winning the Commonwealth Championships with more than 80 countries in the world in his class. So, you know, we've done well internationally, regionally, sub-regionally. You had people like the Beast O'Geese. You had Davidson Joseph winning the Caribbean, most muscular in the Caribbean Championships. A host of athletes who've done well. Robocop himself, who's still participating now, won the lightweight championships at the OACS and the Caribbean level. You know, and a host of other athletes who did very well. Monica Dudley won in her class. As we speak now, we have a local athlete who, Shani Victorine, placed second in a weight class, in a division. And of course, our current champion now, national champion, who actually won the national championship, Shakim Isaac, who won, placed second last year in his weight class category. So, you know, essentially we've performed well at this level. We expect that our athletes, the fact that we've been mobilizing them prior to the actual event, will do well enough at these championships. It's a huge competition. There are more than 17 categories, so you have to be able to fit athletes in each division. They may have to curtail some of the divisions, but since we were at home, we could fill in as many athletes as we want to, because you're the host country and you'd have to be traveling with people. So I think we'll give a very good account of ourselves.
With such a strong track record, all eyes will be on St. Lucia as the athletes take to the stage. We wish Team St. Lucia the best of luck as they compete for glory on home soil.